Hello insiders! Newsflash time! First one, studio updates. Surprise, surprise. First one, there was a bug in Studio where when you were uploading a video and you wanted to select which playlists in which to include that video, sometimes it wouldn't select or it kind of unselect itself before you hit the done button. That's been fixed, so thanks for everybody's feedback. Hopefully this is an example of how we're just constantly making Studio better. In fact, we've been getting a lot of great feedback on the restrictions column in the video list, so go check it out if you haven't already. It makes it a little bit easier to find any videos that might require a little bit of additional attention from you. And then in terms of upcoming improvements, there's a whole bunch, but one I wanted to call out is we will be adding a link in the Studio dashboard to make it easier to get to your real-time data faster. There's actually still an open discussion about whether when you go to that real-time deep dive and it has the 30 rows of videos, it's currently defaulted to the last 48 hours, and some people are saying, well, I'd prefer it to be defaulted to the last 60 minutes. If you have a strong opinion, let us know below. I also put a poll in the community tab about this, so you can also vote in that poll. Next, Studio Mobile, because we're starting to provide less and less support for Classic, and one of the things that we found is 70% of YouTube's top creators use that Studio Mobile app on a weekly basis. So if you haven't used Studio Mobile lately, go check it out. Just download it from the App Store. It's free. It's great. It has analytics. We just did a visual refresh to it for Android. Looks really nice in my opinion. Helps you respond to comments faster, see more data, and there's going to be more improvements coming to Studio Mobile soon. And there's now also a link from the main YouTube app to the Studio Mobile app to make it easier to get there. Next, there is an experiment on the Android Watch page. A very, very small number of creators will be participating in a very early stage experiment, but this one is kind of neat. So if you're a creator and you're in another creator's video, let's say you're doing a collab, there will now be in this experiment a link to your channel so that people who are like, oh, I kind of like this guest or this other creator on this channel that I normally watch, and they want to more easily find the channel of the guest. That's one thing that we're experimenting with. Very small, but we'll see how it goes, and probably could help kind of cross-fertilize audiences if it works out well. That's it for this week. Hope that was helpful. In the meantime, keep it real. All right, movie time. For those of you who want to participate, this is not official Newsflash stuff. Now it's just our fun movie thing. Last week, the quote was from Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker. And the first person to guess it correctly was Imagine Studios. I'm surprised. A lot of people were guessing it was from Mission Impossible, and it was not. But, yeah. Now, for this week, this is an oldie. One of my favorite movies of all time. I probably watched this movie, oh God, at least 10 times in college. You ready? So this is meaning it's a 90s movie. So if this is not your era, you will know. No, sorry. If this is not your era, you will not know. Unless you watch old 90s movies, which you might. Okay, ready? Mr. Cobb? Yes, sir. You're aware of the name of this ship, aren't you, Mr. Cobb? Very aware, sir. Bears a proud name, doesn't it, Mr. Cobb? Very proud, sir. It represents fine people. Very fine people, sir, who live in a fine, outstanding state. Outstanding, sir. In the greatest country in the entire world. In the entire world, sir. What is the name of that, Mr. Cobb? Alabama, sir. And what do you say? Go Bama, roll tide. All right, if you know what movie that's from, put it in the comments below, and the first person who guesses it correctly, we will call you out in the next Newsflash. Keep it real.